more youthful appearance, clearer complexion, improved skin tone, greater confidence, all that and more through Dermique's non-invasive skin therapies and laser procedures. Joining us to share more is patient consultant Kelly-Ivy Subocz. Kelly, we were chatting, and there's so many different treatments and procedures that you offer at Dermique, and I had a chance to go there and meet your staff, and it was really warm and inviting. But I think the thing that I really found intriguing was how much of a difference you make in people's lives.
Oh, that is our focus, and I think that so many people are afraid to ask. They're afraid to inquire because they think it's going to be like a high-pressure environment, and they're not going to feel good about themselves. But we want them to come in and enjoy it and want to come back for more. And they may tiptoe in and have just a small thing done, realize all the different things that we do and how it's not scary and it's not uncomfortable, and they can come in and enjoy their experience with us.
Yes, right, and feel like they can be accepted no matter what. And there are different procedures that you offer, different treatments, you know, everything from to have longer eyelashes to taking care of your love handles, whatever it may be. But if someone's watching and they're not sure about affording it, or this is only for celebrities in Hollywood,
absolutely
you're
not.
willing to work with people and you can help anyone.
You know, we offer care credit, Chase Health, or interest-free financing, but with, you know, all the credit issues in the housing market, and we know that everyone isn't going to be able to qualify for credit, we will work with you on pricing, and it's kind of like a layaway procedure. You pay us, and once it's paid off, you can come in and have your procedure. So nothing is out of reach for anyone. We'll make sure that it gets done.
And if it means having more confidence and feeling better about yourself, it's worth inquiring at Dermique to find out how they can help you. And absolutely. I was able to go and meet with you and see everyone and check out Dermique in Feeding Hills. It was wonderful to be there and see
nice
the space.
You.
So thank you, Kelly. It's nice talking to you today. And now we're going to show you one of the procedures that they do offer, Smart Lipo. We're going to tell you more about it. Take a look. If you've always struggled with tightening, toning, and losing inches, Dermique in Feeding Hills may be the place for you. We sat down with Dr. Stanley Swarzewski to find out more about what they do.
We're a laser contouring center, so we contour bodies. We also rejuvenate skin here. We treat people with fillers, with Botox, but also we do laser procedures to rejuvenate the skin and also to shape people and contour their bodies.
How long have you been doing this for?
This is year 8 for us doing this.
And do you have a lot of repeat customers?
Definitely, yeah. Word of mouth is very good for us.
How do people find out about you? How do people learn about your procedures and know exactly how it can help them?
A lot of it's off the web. We have a great website. A lot of people come from that. But also, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of word of mouth and people referring friends to us.
Dr. Swarzewski, or Dr. S as I called him, invited us into the office to learn more about a procedure that can help tighten and tone your problem areas. Liposuction is a procedure that most of us have heard of. It's about getting rid of the fat and the problem areas on your body. Smart Lipo is a procedure that they have here at Dermique in Feeding Hills. And Dr. S, you're going to tell us all about it and tell us how it works.
Sure.
What is Smart Lipo?
Smart Lipo is similar to regular lipo, but what we do differently is that we heat the fat and we melt it. So we can use very small cannulas to do that. Heating the fat has several great advantages to it. One is we coagulate all the blood vessels, so there's very little bruising. There's little pain with that. And there's less problems with using large instruments and damaging other tissues.
How is it different from traditional power lipo?
Power lipo is sort of like a vacuum cleaner. You sort of just stick it under the skin and start sucking out the fat, and it just rips out the fat as you go. There's no control over the bleeding with that, and you're moving large volumes of fat very quickly, so you can get in trouble sometimes with that. Doing this way, it's more controlled.
And it seems like it's a lot less invasive.
Definitely.
As well. Now you have a surgery suite right here at Dermique, so you don't have to go to the hospital, you can just come right here in the office.
That's exactly correct.
So it's very easy to do. How long does the treatment take?
Depending on the area, but it's, you know, probably an hour, maybe 2 hours.
And where do people typically ask for Smart Lipo to be done on their body?
The most common would be in the abdomen, and then probably in the flanks. And if we look at Stefania here, you know, doesn't have a lot of fat on her. She has a little bit around in this area here. So basically what we would do is sort of outline these fat areas that we want to take care of, and then using a very small probe, we would go underneath the skin and we would laser this, and once it was all lasered, we'd be able to take another probe And through the same small incision, we're talking about maybe a spaghetti strand or a little bit lot wider than that. We go into this, we take this probe here and we suck the fat out, and we make it nice and smooth, and you get a great result.
And it's all done in one treatment?
Yes.
And is this something that involves any pain at all, or?
No, we used what's called tumescence, and it's a fluid with a lidocaine and epinephrine in it, and we fill this area between the skin and the muscle with that fluid. Once it's filled, it's totally numb, you can't feel anything.
So the patient can be awake, or the
They're always awake.
They're always awake.
Yes.
So that it's not something that's that invasive at all.
No anesthesia, no general anesthesia needed, which is also a nice thing. Regular lipo needs that, so you don't have the risk of anesthesia as well.
And what is the recovery time like?
The recovery time for the first 24 hours or so, there's some draining of the fluid. People are required to wear a garment, or compression garment, to bring everything back in, and we suggest they wear that for 6 weeks. You know, depending on the area or the size, that we might change that. Some people then wear it only, you know, at night while they're sleeping, and not during the daytime while they're working. So there's variations to that, but that's pretty much it.
You said a common spot on someone's body is their abdomen. Now, what about love handles or the muffin top? I don't think Stefania has that to worry about, but
we can
let's
demonstrate
just say
it here.
that's something that someone might be concerned about.
So if we have Stefania just turn around for me. So if you look at Stefania here, she's in great shape, but she's got this area right here. So basically what we would do in this kind of a situation, and she has a great mole right here, so we would use this mole as an access point, and we would just treat this area, and we would treat this area, and bring this all down so that she had more of a shape like this.
Now, doctors, this can be someone comes in here, gets this procedure done, they leave the same day, and they'll notice a difference in that one appointment.
Yes, they will, but they're going to be swollen initially. But they will notice a difference, especially when we finish. Initially, when we finish, but they're going to swell a little bit afterwards. So you're probably looking at really noticing the complete thing at 6 weeks.
What do people say when they come back to you at that post appointment and
they're usually
give their
amazed.
reaction?
They're usually amazed. They drop dress sizes. They're very happy.
So they're back into their high school size jeans, maybe, right?
Perhaps.
Now, what happens to all that fat? Where does the loose skin go? What happens with that?
The fat is suctioned away. The skin, because we're using a laser, which a traditional lipo doesn't, we actually tighten the skin with the laser. So we get shrinking of the skin, which is a nice effect as well, because regular lipo doesn't have that effect. You didn't get hanging skin where the fat is removed, but in this case, we don't have that.
Now, if someone wants to come in and see if this is right for them, see if it's an option, can they just call and make an appointment?
Sure, free consult.
Free consult, wonderful, and it's the surgery suite right here at La Dermique. Well, thanks so much. It's great to learn about this. And Stefania, thank you as well. And for more information, you can visit them online, ladermique.com.